Hi there, it's Georgi Zhekov here for CG Thoughts. We'll start by creating the text. Let's go to Create, Shapes, Text. Then for the font, I'm gonna set Arial Black. For the size, about 40. And as a text, we're gonna type CG Thoughts Plus. Okay, so then I'm gonna add a bevel modifier. Bevel, and in the bevel values I'm gonna add 4.5 for the height. We have a nice extruded text. Then I'm gonna rotate the text, so I'm gonna rotate it about 90 degrees on the x-axis. Okay, then we're gonna create our plane for the floor. So in the create panel, creating a plane, it's gotta be pretty big. I'm gonna set it up to 500 by 500. The reason for that is that after that we're gonna put, oh, actually 5000 by 5000 is pretty high, so I'm gonna reduce the width to about 300. So the reason for this is that we're gonna put a spotlight in the scene, and we don't need to see the edge of the plane. So we're gonna add the spotlight, light panels, standard, and I'm gonna use a target spotlight. Then put it like this. So we're gonna aim our light a little better. Okay, we're gonna make a quick test render just to see the falloff. As you can see, it's pretty harsh, so we're gonna have to adjust the spotlight settings. On the spotlight parameters, I'm gonna reduce the hotspot beam to about maybe 20 or so, and okay, I'm gonna set follow field to 40, and let's check this out. Oh, I guess it looks quite nice. Maybe introduce a little bit more falloff. Okay, I guess that's okay. Then I'm gonna change the color of our light to a light bluish, something like this. Okay, it's all good. Then we need to add textures to our text. So what I'm gonna do is open the material editor, reduce its size a little bit, just fit in. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick a diffuse color for the text. So what I've used previously was 160 for the red, 128 for the green, and 199 for the blue. Okay, Oh, one, one, two. Okay, that's it. After that, okay, let's apply it first to our text. Then we need to create the holes in the text. So I'm gonna use a bump map. Just click on the bump map, and we're gonna add a dent to it. I'm gonna add dent. So for the size, I'm gonna input 22. For the strength, 10, and we're gonna input 3 iterations. So let's preview it. Oh, actually, like this, it's not looking pretty good. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add a second dent for the white color. So next to it, I'm gonna add another dent, and here for the size, for the strength, 20, and we're gonna leave the iterations for 2. Then let's make a render again. Okay, I guess that looks a lot nicer. And you, of course, you can play with the settings. So as you notice, the size changes the holes. You can change also the strength, but I think I'm gonna return to 1.7, excuse me, and about 24 strength. Okay, then we need to add texture to our plane. For the floor, I used a texture that you can download from DeviantArt. I've just used the texture, open it in Photoshop, and desaturated it. So what we're gonna do now is, next to diffuse color, I'm gonna use a bitmap and set it to my spot. Okay, so if we apply it to our plane, here's what we're gonna get. It's not looking pretty good, and it looks quite stretched, so we're gonna need to add UVW modifier. I'm gonna use UVW map. I'm gonna use planar, and I guess that's okay. Let's check it now. Okay, now looks good. What we're gonna do now, let me render it again. It's not using the correct part of the texture that I want. We're gonna need to rotate the texture. So what we're gonna do now is, I'm gonna show the texture in the viewport, and I'm gonna input the settings here by adding value to this panel. You can rotate the texture. What I'm gonna do now is input about 39, maybe about 16. Let's change the V, I guess. Let's check. Okay, maybe we can change it a bit. Let's try this. Okay, I guess that looks okay. Then I'm gonna add one more color to the texture, so click on the diffuse color, and for the red I'm gonna input 134, for green 73, and for blue 157. Okay, and then I'm gonna change the amount to about 60. Let's try this. In my opinion, well, I'm gonna leave it 60 for now. Then what we're gonna do now is we're gonna introduce another light that is gonna cast shadows. The reason that I'm not using the spotlight for the shadows is that it's casting pretty bizarre shadows in my opinion. Check this out. I'm gonna turn the shadows on for the spotlight and make a render. It looks quite yeah, you think it's not really good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add an omni light around here and in front, and if we render it, you'll notice that it's blown up pretty harsh. What we're gonna do now is